I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Forever, my lady, like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet. Fuck around, got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be your not a man, I'll hit you up on the phone. I'm head down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer catch you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet,
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, non-profits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Are you in search of a credible, trustworthy, and professional real estate company? Well, your answer is yes. Realty Liberia Corporation is a solution to all your real estate needs. They provide real estate management, broker the sale or purchase of real properties, facilitate real property rental arrangements. They do property appraisals and title searches. Their effective and competent U.S. trained team boasts of over 30 years of experience working in the residential and commercial real estate space of America. They are a 100% Liberian-owned company located ideally on 4th Street Sinker in the Oregon compound. They can be reached on cell phone numbers +231-888-282-828 or 231-775-282-828. They are found on the internet at www.realtyliberia.com. Ladies and gentlemen, stop by at the 4th Street Sinker office and tell them Henry Costa sent you.
Don't sleep, come.
When you talk durable, environmental friendly, and an all-weather surface smoothener, the only name that comes to mind is Zize Quality Paints. Zize Quality Paints come in all color and is produced in the USA. You don't have to worry anymore, because with Zize Quality Paints, you can change from oil to water-based paint with no damage to your wall or surface. And also, Zize Paint doesn't peel your wall. The good news is we can customize your paint based on your preference. Locate our offices in Police Academy Junction, RRA Highway, and our newly opened branch at LMC Junction, St. Paul Bridge, Bourgeois Island. For the first of its kind in Liberia, the Z Quality Group of Companies Incorporated introduces the Painter Referral Cash Commission. Professional painters can earn referral cash commission ranging from $5 United States dollars to $375 United States dollars when your client buy minimum total sale value greater than or equal to $200 United States dollars per transaction. This offer runs from September 5th, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. Interested professional painters can contact any of our Zize Quality Paint store locations. This is our way of appreciating our valued professional painters for their support and continuous commitment to doing business with us. The qualification is just simple. You must be a professional painter. Referral cash commission is based on per transaction and not on accumulated purchases. For more information, call phone numbers 0777 366 142 or 0555 386 177. Zize Quality Paints. Give your property a shine.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to CFAO Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our CFAO Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
CFAO Motors on the UN Drive at Town Bushra Island, or call CFAO Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. CFAO Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Program. You're listening to the Costa Show, watching the Costa Show on YouTube, on Facebook, listening via radio, listening via tuning, listening via my tuner, listening via the website, and you will listen later via SoundCloud. We're glad to be here. I'm Henry Costa, and Boakai Kamara is there comfortably seated in studio in Monrovia. Boakai, good morning.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. It's good to be here on the 18th day of the first month, 2023, 10:30 in Liberia.
Yep, it is 5:30 in Bear, Delaware. It's good to be here. I'll say this to you, Boakai. Someone had said, and I would not call that person's name, but he said to me, the moment Yusuf Kabah returns to the bench as the presiding justice in chambers in the Supreme Court, he's going to rule in favor of Musa Hassan Bility in the Liberty Party case. I was doubtful. I'm being honest. That person whose name I will not call is probably listening, and I didn't want to believe the person, not because I don't trust the person, but I just didn't think that would be the case. But that is exactly what has happened, as was predicted by that person. Justice in chamber, D. Yusuf Kabah, has ruled in favor of Musa Hassan Bility in the Liberty Party case. I mean, this guy has thrown the entire case in a state of uncertainty. The case was going well. It seems as though it was favoring, Yumbly and and everything. And Kaba just came and turned everything around. Kaba ruled yesterday against the Elections Commission and against the Liberty Party, headed by Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence. He said that even though the Elections Commission insists otherwise, that he has not ruled in a Liberty Party case before it, Kaba said no. Kaba ruled that the NEC should not hear the complaints against Musa and Musa's own complaint against us. Kaba basically said, even the complaint that Musa Ability took, the Elections Commission, against young leader, that complaint should not be heard. The complaint that they took to the Elections Commission against Musa, should also not be heard. Are you kidding, Boakai? The man is saying that the Elections Commission must not even hear the complaints. Boakai, what sort of ruling is that? Do not.
But you know, Costa, you know the guy, and he and Musa been into something extra apart from all of these things. He been wanting and done with Musa, so he's coming back to the bench. It was just a celebration for Musa, and this is just what's happening now. This case been going on smoothly, and things were turning against Musa.
Even the Elections Commission surprised us.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But now he's coming back to the bench. Everything changed. And that should just send a message that what we used to say here on the Costa Show is just what happened.
Now, Boakai, the man is saying, do not even listen to the complaints. Boakai, Liberty Party, the legitimate Liberty Party, headed by the legitimate political leader of Liberty Party, filed a complaint against Musa. Musa tried to stop the hearing at the Elections Commission. We all know from the hearing officer, he failed. He went to the Board of Commissioners to try to stop the hearing officer. He failed. Yeah. Then he goes to the Supreme Court. Guess what? Justice Kabah says the hearing must desist and cease. The NEC has now ruled against Musa. The NEC is only hearing the complaints brought against Musa. Then Kabah is already saying, and I want to know, your man hear no complaints against Musa. What kind of ruling is that?
I don't know where he's coming from with such a ruling. You haven't waited for the outcome from the
Liberty Party has now appealed before the full bench of the Supreme Court. Amen, Boakai. Pray you tell me. You know how long it takes before the full bench of the Supreme Court will hear this matter and dispose of it. This has then thrown a monkey wrench into this whole situation for young leader. This crisis was looking like it was about to culminate into a fruitful final closure. But now it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. Because one Supreme Court justice, who is apparently in bed with Musa Ability, has decided there is no way he is going to let the complaint be looked at. There's something called, there's a principle in law. It's called due process. Amen. I accuse Boakai of something. I take Boakai's complaint to a regulatory body, i.e. the Elections Commission. Is it not only fair that Boakai, who I accused, is given the opportunity to be heard or to face his accuser so that I can then prove my accusation against him, Boakai? Is it not fair?
It is fair.
Even to you that I have accused, it is fair to you because you should demand to be able to hear what accusations I've made.
So any decision now is coming from the National Elections Commission. There will be nothing to understand, nothing to take from, because he have already made a decision, and now we have to wait from the entire bench what decision they will make.
And do you know how long that's going to take? We're in election year. The Liberty Party is a major ally, major stakeholder in this whole political process. They have this huge thing hanging over them because of what Musa Ability has been doing. And I just want to say to the folks in the Liberty Party, do not give up this fight. We hope that the appeal before the full bench of the Supreme Court will be expedited so that this matter can be dispensed, or justice can be dispensed, and this matter can be finally disposed of and closure can be brought to this matter. I mean, This is sad because this affects everything for Yumli politically.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that politically.
Mm-hmm.
It affects Yumli's political chances because Yumli is a potential running mate to Joe Boakai, as are others. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And having this situation unresolved in her party, it affects the woman. Do you think they're doing this to try to affect Yumli? Do you think that's one of the reasons why they're doing this? To undermine the chances of being selected?
That's a Costa, because they know that Yumli going as vast to JMB.
I mean, don't say it as though she's being selected, but there's a possibility. There's a possibility of her being selected. It must be said.
Okay, so now if I'm using the word if Yumli is handpicked by JMB to run as vast to him, there's no sticker issue because of the same case now that is in court. If this matter is not settled, the Liberty Party will be highly divided, and then there will be separate votes all over. Even though we know that the Bazolan are 100% supporting Yumli because Musa doesn't have voice in Grand Bassa County. But with the political party being divided like this, the situation of writing documents and signing on those documents, it will be a serious issue. So Yumli have to settle every problem that they're having in the Liberty Party before she can go ahead and even fighting for the vice presidency position with JMB.
Oh my God, yes. And Boakai, do you not smell George Weah all over this?
Clearly.
Do you not see his hands all over this?
That's it. Costa, we told people that Musa is working for George Weah.
Yeah, some people still doubt us.
Yeah, someone still doubt us. And everything that Musa is doing today, he's doing it because George Weah this is what George Weah wants. And he's working according to what George Weah wants. George Weah have Musa bobs in your hair. So Musa funny, George Weah will squeeze the bobs. So what George Weah wants is what Musa Ability is doing. Now the force that they are seeing, even though JMB having him pick Yumli yet to be his vice presidential candidate, but if it happened, I'm using the word if it happened, they know that it will be a formidable force. So now they are working all over to make it not to work. Even if it works, there should be some area that will be undermined, and this is what's just happening. Musa is working towards that.
So they are undermining Yumli's chances because guess what? When JMB looks at Yumli, he sees that Yumli is still in court. He sees that Yumli is in court dealing with this issue. Then they say, okay, let's wait and see how this issue goes. And JMB is talking about announcing his running mate soon. You heard what he said the last time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so not fair. Yusuf Kaba, Boakai, this ruling, you don't have to be a judge, you don't have to be a lawyer to know that this ruling is not based on law. I mean, how can a ruling be based on law, Boakai? Tell me, how can a ruling be based on law? The man was accused by Yumli. And the other wing of the party, which is the legitimate wing of the party, they filed a legitimate complaint against the man. The complaint is being heard through the normal quasi-judicial process at the Elections Commission. Why do you, as a justice in chamber, want it stopped? Why? Why do you want that process, that legitimate process, stopped? Why?
Why can't you wait for the outcome from the National Elections Commission before coming up?
Thank you.
That's it.
Why can't you wait? Why can't you wait until the Elections Commission has exhausted the hearing process, rendered a decision, and then Musa Ability has the right to appeal that decision before the full bench first of the Supreme Court. After the full bench has heard, then if he is not satisfied with the ruling of the full bench, he may then proceed onward to the what? Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
But you go down into the hearing room and you hijack the process and say this process shall die. Like, brother, hell of a control, Boakai. Now, let's move on to something else here. So we will follow this issue very closely. Now, the other issue we want to move on to here is the consulate. The Liberian consulate in the state of Minnesota, which serves the Midwest, the entire Midwest and beyond. The consulate was operated or is operated as we speak by a Liberian, Mr. Jackson George. Now, we have more information about the consulate. And for those of you who do not know what the consulate does, the consulate issues passports. It processes visas for Liberians who hold American passports and Americans and others who want to go to Liberia. That's what the consulate does. Now, they had an agreement with the consulate. The agreement is that Mr. Jackson George is a Liberian businessman who lives in the state of Minnesota. He runs his office out of Brooklyn Park. You know what he does? What he does is that he simply runs the library. They had a deal. The deal is simple. The deal is this, Boakai. The deal is this. Every passport, every document that is processed, whether it be a passport or it be a visa, the consulate is supposed to receive $10 per transaction, per document transaction, per document processing. That is the deal. But guess what? All of the funds are paid directly into the Liberian government's account, and Mr. Jackson George does not have access to the funds. So even though on paper, the agreement states that Mr. Jackson George should be collecting $10 per document process, which to me sounds like a fair deal. Mr. George has not been receiving any of that money because all of those funds have been remitted to the government's account, to which Mr. George does not have access. So, in other words, Mr. Jackson George has been providing service almost entirely free of charge to the Liberian government. So, even though the agreement says every document that is processed, every visa that is processed, every passport that is processed, Mr. George should receive $10, but Mr. George has not, in actuality, been receiving any $10 per document processed because the funds go directly into the government's account and Mr. George doesn't have access to the account. And so they owe Mr. George lots and lots and lots of money. Mr. George has been paying the rent for the operations, providing the operations for the government with no pay. But now they've decided they're going to take it from here and give it. Yesterday, we published the letter. So people are wondering, how did we get it? That's your business. We got the letter. We published a communication. Did we not? Okay. This is a communication written to Mr. Jackson George on the 13th day of January 2023. That's last week. By the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Let's read it. Dear Mr. George, I present my compliments, and as discussed in meetings with you, I have been directed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador D. Maxwell Sarkimaya Senior, through this communication to formally inform you that the President of Liberia has approved new regulations governing the appointment of honorary consuls. Under the new regulations, all honorary consuls will cease to function as representatives of the government of Liberia. Persons may reapply should they wish to do so. In anticipation of the official launch of the guidelines and given the fact that your good offices in the honorary consulate were used to host a passport application center in Minnesota, as well as visa services to alleviate the hardships of Liberians having to travel to either New York or Washington, D.C., the engagement of the services of the VFS Global, this is the Ghanaian firm that they're giving the contract to, has been concluded to transition the passport application center so as to not interrupt services to Liberians in and around the Minnesota Midwest area. The services being provided by VFS Global will be solely to capture biometrics of persons wishing to acquire Liberian passports. All vetting and approval processes will be done from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from the Foreign Ministry in Liberia. The company will be in arrangement with DHL to transport completed passports directly to the passport center for pickup by the applicants. Applicants will be required to submit all supporting documents in support of their application to the passport center. They will apply online through the same passport website at www.liberiapassports.com and choose the Minnesota Center. Applicants will be required to pay a service fee of $60 per application. Mr. Jackson George, Minnesota, CC, Embassy of the Republic of Liberia, Washington, D.C. Now, Boakai, listen to this. Listen to what I'm about to say, folks. This is breaking news. Brace yourselves. Brace yourself, folks. Breaking news. Breaking news. Yesterday, we broke this story. I mean, others have been talking about it, but we talked about it extensively here on the Costa Show. Do you want to know what has happened? This is what has happened. the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has with immediate effect suspended the decision to close the consulate and transfer operations to a Ghanaian firm called VFS Global. They have suspended their decision to close the consulate for 3 months. According to them, they will send a team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to travel to the state of Minnesota to meet with the community to explore the possibilities of finding an alternative solution. The Sanama Swan Sheen, we disgrace them. The Liberian
That's the
people.
pressure.
You see, folks,
That's the pressure.
All of you need to, every time we break these stories that affect all of us or that it breaks from anywhere else, stories that affect all of us, you need to jump on it. Every one of you. That's the power of the people using every platform you have. We may have a very big platform, but you have your social media platform. Use it. So now they're saying, oh, we're going to suspend the decision to shut down the passport operations for 3 months. We're going to suspend it for 3 months. They are ashamed of themselves. Okay? They are ashamed of themselves. That is why they're going to suspend it, because they are ashamed of themselves. They wanted to shut it down and turn it over to a Ghanaian firm. But because we the people, we made noise about it. And so they're saying, oh no, 3 months. Jackson George and his folks there in his office, which is not paid for by the Liberian government, has been providing a remarkable service to the people of Liberia. Thousands and thousands of Liberians all over the US, not only from the Midwest, have been benefiting from that service. And how dare you get up one morning and decide to, shut his operations down and turn it over to a Ghanaian firm when you don't even pay him for that? You don't even pay Mr. Jackson George for the service. Mr. Jackson George has to be charging a small fee to the people just to keep his operations going, because the money that's supposed to be going to him goes to the government, and the government does not pay him. And you get up and you say you're going to shut down his operations and turn it over to a absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Shame on you.
Yeah.
With your ugly mouth, D. Master Kimai look like a 90-year-old man with no teeth in his mouth. When you look at D. Master Kimai, look at his mouth. It looks like a duck-billed platypus. And some of you might be thinking, what is Costa talking about? Duck-billed platypus is an animal in the duck species or genome or whatever. Go look it up. Duck-billed platypus. See him up. Master Kimai. Foreign minister looks like a joke. Clownish looking fella. What an idiot. An unsophisticated one at that. Okay. Man, these people are terrible people. This is the same ugly guy whose wife gets money in our budget for their clinic. You know they have a clinic. This guy, Master Kimaya and his wife, they have a clinic. And they
it's around the Duporo area. Duporo.
No, Police Academy.
Oh. Police Academy, yes. Police Academy. They realize that.
Yeah, they have a clinic. Master Kimaya and his wife. And they get money from the budget. Manwater Clinic. Thank you. Manwater Clinic. We get 150, 175,000 US dollars every year in our budget for his private clinic, the clinic that he and his wife own. And guess what? What do we get? All the people who go to the clinic, they have to pay the same fees for service that they pay to other clinics. There is no, they never subsidize the service fees. Every service is still charged the exact same way. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And we give him all that money every year in our budget. Look at this, is corruption. You own your less school, we give you money in the budget for it. You don't reduce the tuition. It is still the same. You own your own clinic, we give you money for it. What kind of nonsense is that? That is how the likes of Sir Joseph are able to build colleges. Because they are putting money in the budget for their own private investments, and we the people are funding their investments. And then they come and tell us, oh, we're doing good for the people. We're doing good. Only the stupid people would believe them, not people who have sense would believe them, because we know better. Yeah? We know better.
And because I saw a video from Sir Joseph saying that, in a few days down or a week time, he will be officially opening his college. People, I saw the comments on the post. Is it your college or the people of Mosurado? Because if it is your college, is only going to benefit you and your family. It's not the people of Montserrat. Because if you name that college after yourself and not turn it over to the government or to the people of Montserrat County, what the essence of you boasting about it, telling people that, oh, you are doing work for the people of Montserrat? Nothing. That's going to benefit you. Like the college now Thomas Fowler having there in Pinzio is benefiting Thomas Fowler and his family. It's not in the name of the people of Montserrat County or the people of District Number 5. So, Sir Joseph, you opening your college is nothing that will benefit me, Boakai Amara Kamara. It's not going to benefit Heron Costa or any other person. It's going to benefit you and your family, because the proceeds from that particular college is going to you and your family. It's not coming to the Liberian people or the people of Montserrat County. Nothing.
Boakai, I just received this information. The Chief Justice, the new Chief Justice, CNAO, drives a $130,000 Lexus SUV. The Lexus, Liberian was a Jeep, but it's a sport utility vehicle, SUV. The Chief Justice drives a $130,000 Lexus SUV, and I'm told there are only two. There are only two of those of that vehicle in the country. One is owned by Mosability, and the other one is owned by the Chief Justice CNAO. That's not why I mentioned it. Mosability brought two into the country. He brought two into the country, and he gave the Chief Justice one as a gift. Are you listening? $130,000 for the Lexus SUV. Ability give one to the Chief Justice, and he drives one. The same vehicle. Okay. The Chief Justice has a vehicle given to her by a criminal who has multiple lawsuits and disputes all over the place in the courts and at the Elections Commission everywhere. Okay, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? The Chief Justice drives a $130,000 vehicle, given to her as a gift by a crooked individual like Mosability. Shady, crooked guy. Can you imagine that, Boakai? Can you just imagine that? Ability has already taken care of her.
So, Costa, what case now will be against Ability that will go in front of her?
Yes, that she wouldn't ruin his favor. But do you know what she did? Hey, you recall what she did, right? You remember before she became Chief Justice. Now, some of you would forget, but I do not forget. You remember before she became Chief Justice. Justice Nchimba at the time, James Etta Howard Colley, had mandated that Musa and Liver and Yombli them meet to do what?
To settle the dispute between them.
Thank you. To correct the constitution of the party.
Correct, yeah.
She provided the library of the Supreme Court to be used as the neutral ground to do that reconciliation of the Constitution, the correction of the Constitution. After she ruled, after she mandated them, and they went in there, and Musa didn't want to cooperate, but eventually Yombli and people went there and they did the work. What happened? After she left the court, after she left the chamber, and CNAO took over, what did CNAO do? CNAO attempted to rescind or undo the decision of who? James Etta.
Yeah.
Her predecessor. CNAO attempted to undo or rescind the decision that her predecessor, Justice Nchimba Wolokoli, had done. Can you imagine that, folks? That's why my memory gets a little foggy. I don't recall how exactly they were able to stop her or prevent her from doing this. That is what she did. So everybody knows that CNAO is in bed with Mosability. She attempted to undo the decision of her predecessor, Justice Nchimba James Etta Wolokoli, in favor of Mosability. Now, Mosability drives a Lexus SUV, the same vehicle that the Chief Justice drives. He gave her one. It costs $130,000 US. This
And
is
he
a
was the only
violation.
person.
This
And he
is a
was the only
violation of
person.
the judicial canon. This is a violation of one of the judicial canons. You cannot, as Chief Justice or as an officer of the court, receive gifts, such gifts. It's a bribe. It's against the judicial canon. Musa Belete giving you gifts. The same thing Musa Belete did when secure a bond for the election commission boss. Well, the man is on record for giving these people's gifts. He's on record. He's on record. So, folks, this is the crisis we have on our hands. Belete openly bribes officers of the court, officers of the elections commission. We know what he does. And for Sarah Yo to accept such an expensive gift from Musa Belete says a lot about the kind of Chief Justice she is going to be as long as she sits on that bench. Amen. So, Yomli Dempa, I'm just sorry for y'all because he already got Yusuf Kaba in his pocket. He's got the Chief Justice in his pocket. Who knows how many other people he's got in his pocket? And you're going before the full bench. Liberia, okay? Liberia is a hell of a country. It's a hell of a country. Now, let's move on to something else, Boakai. RIA. Boakai, I had a horrible experience at the airport. I nearly cried. When I arrived in Liberia, my team and myself, Boakai, nothing works. The air conditioning doesn't work. The AC units, that place was built with an integrated central air conditioning system, customized and fitted into that infrastructure, into that facility. You know what happened to the airport? We told you all this. After the famous June 7 protest 2019, and then Darius Delon got elected, it seemed very July next month. George Weah was so defeated and so humiliated. He decided he wanted to have a big Independence Day celebration at the stadium. You remember Boakai?
Yeah.
That was the same year he went and invited what? He asked Liman Bowie to be the what?
The orator.
The Independence Day orator, which also became a disaster. George Manuel Weah prematurely opened or dedicated that terminal to the public when the terminal was still undergoing a 6-month period of observation and mock operation. Now, what does that mean? According to what we were told reliably by people who work at the airport, the Chinese company that constructed the terminal gave a 6-month period. During this period, okay, they have to do a mock operation. The escalator, the elevator, the central air conditioning system, the water system, and everything has to be running as if the airport is in operation, but not to the public. But they have to be running it. They have to be running it to make sure everything runs perfectly. Because guess what? Every escalator, every air conditioner, every elevator in that facility was built, customized, and fitted to that particular facility. So it was not like they went in a store somewhere and bought the AC and brought it and installed it. No, the AC was built, designed in consonance with the overall design of the facility. So they needed to make it to ensure that to run it for 6 months to make sure it works. Like Boakai, when you take your vehicle to the mechanic for servicing, the mechanic works on your vehicle. After he does the work, what does he do? Boakai?
He tests it.
He starts the vehicle. And he lets the engine run.
Yeah.
30 minutes or 45 minutes. And he will be revving the engine. Vroom, 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 vroom. They call it revving.
Yeah.
Revving. He will be revving the engine. So that he's listening to what? Boakai?
The sound from the vehicle.
He's into the sound of the vehicle, of the engine. Is the engine, does the engine sound like it's running with vroom, 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 vroom. It's called revving the engine. That is what the airport was undergoing, a 6-month period of mock operation to ensure that all of the integrated systems, the cooling system, the elevator system, the escalator system, everything was working very well. Boakai, guess what? After the June 7 protests, and then, of course, the Dillon election in July, and guess what? We have said I must have a big Independence Day program at the stadium. He invited all these leaders from all over the place. Only a few of them came. Lima Gowe was the orator, and guess what? They went and we are opening the airport, the terminal, and said the new terminal is ready to use. The engineers advised them. The Chinese company said, look, we have a warranty. The warranty is for what? When we complete, this was the warranty, Boakai. When we complete our 6-month mock operation, our 6-month mock operation is completed, and we are convinced that all of the systems work very well. We'll turn the airport over to you now. You can open it to the general public for use. But and when we complete that process, and if anything happens to any of the systems that we're installing, we will be responsible. Okay, we will be responsible. That is what they told me, Mr. Will. We will be responsible, but we must complete the operations first. Okay, and we are saying, I don't care. All I know, you're opening the airport. They proceeded to open the terminal, to start using the terminal. Okay. They proceeded to start using the terminal. And all those guests coming. Boakai, the people had not completed their mock operation.
Yeah.
To determine that the airport, that the terminal was fit for use, for public use, for normal operations. They opened the terminal prematurely. And guess what happened to us? We forfeited the warranty. Because, Boakai, had we waited until the 6-month mock period had been completed or expired, anything that had happened or that would happen afterwards, the Chinese company would be responsible to fix it. But because we said, no, we don't want to wait for the 6-month period to expire. We want to make a political statement. We got to have a big Independence Day program, and we want to show off this airport, this new terminal. The terminal that he did not build, he wanted to show it off as though it was his project. Boakai, they proceeded to make a silly, stupid, naive political decision, and they opened the terminal prematurely when the mock operation, the testing period, had not even been completed. They rushed to open the terminal.
That's it.
And therefore, what happened, you boy? When they opened the terminal, everything started collapsing. My brother Boakai, the terminal is a mess. The escalators do not work. The air conditioners do not work. The glass cracking, because in the airport is mostly steel and glass. Boakai, do you know how long it takes before, and when a new terminal is built, do you know how long it takes before they open it to the public? They take time. Some people take a whole year before they open it to the public. Boakai, they will be working all those systems, the escalator, the conveyor belt, this one, the carousel, everything has to be tested to make sure everything is working perfectly well before they open. Joey, I say, Anakia, open the terminal. Today, the terminal is hot, is messy, the glass cracking because of the heat, the bathrooms don't work very well, nothing works. Boakai, that place is filtered, it is going to cost us millions and millions of dollars to repair. Boakai, millions of dollars to repair those broken facilities, those broken things, the air conditioners, the central AC is good. Look, Boakai. The scale. Let me listen. We weigh our bags on the scale. Y'all listen to this. We were flying out with Kenya Airways. We weigh our bags on the scale. On one scale at the far right end, we weigh our bags. The bags, I had 3 suitcases. All 3 suitcases weigh 23.5 kg each. That is the allowed weight. It's supposed to be 23 kg. We weighed our bags. I took my bags to have them wrapped. They wrapped my bags. I proceeded to the counter. We got to the counter. The lady there, the Kenya Airway lady, decided to weigh the bags before they can tag the bags. Boakai, they weighed the bags on the scale, and the scale said the bags were 26.5 kg. The scale at the other end, the exact same scale, the same type of scale, at the far right end of the airport where we had weighed our bags, the scales were off. The calibration was off by 3 kg. The scale not correct, even the scale to weigh the bag on not working good. We came to the counter, they literally say the scale, the weight is 26.3, maybe 0.5 kg. But we told them, even the only way in the airport said, but we just weigh the man bags. The bags are saying 23.5. Now, how can they say 26.5 on the other scale, the same scale? Because the scale not working. But even the Sanama Swan scale not working to the airport. Oh, like brother, easy country. Oh, like bro, sorry for that, bro. I just sat there, I just felt shame. I said, God, why was I born in this God-forsaken country? Look, the skills can't even work. Then she called the manager. They came here with boss, one guy called Clarence, very professional guy. The guy came. We explained the situation to him. She explained the situation. The bags weigh 23.5 kg on one scale. On the other scale, on the other side, the bag weigh 26. They say, oh, how the scale been working? The scale not good. Even the scale can work. Hey, man, the scale can work. The scale can work. What it can work in Liberia? The man called the people. He called the airport people. They can't even work out. He called the airport people. He said, look, if your people they know how to calibrate the scale, you bring different people to calibrate the scale because the scale been here embarrassing us. Boakai, the scale can't ever people call there and say, look, the scale business is embarrassing us. If your people do not know how to face the scale, you go bring other people from outside the country to face the scale. Boakai, that to face scale again, they gotta go bring people from outside Liberia to face scale because the scale can work. Amen, Boakai, man. Boakai, Liberia, look, Liberia is not going anywhere just now, Boakai. Boakai, Liberia is a terrible country. Nothing works in the country. Look, I'm just standing there and I'm looking at our terminal. And then I'm reminded of the Dallas-Fort Worth car rental station. The place you can go rent your car from when you go to Dallas. You get it out of the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. DFW. When you get out of the people airport, the place you can go rent your car from. The car rental office better than your terminal. The car rental office, the place you can go rent the car is better than your whole terminal. I feel sad. I feel ashamed. I said, Echo, why was someone born in this country? Boakai, Liberia is a disgrace. Boakai, Liberia is a look. The skill can even work to the terminal. The skill can work. So they wanted me to go unwrap my bag. After I finished spending money to wrap the bag and spend all that time to wrap the bag, they wanted us to go unwrap the bag to remove some of the stuff in it to re-weigh the the bags. The bag already weighed. That's not my fault. That scale. But the manager intervened. He was a professional guy. He was very professional. Clarence, shout out to you, Clarence. You're a professional man. Even the lady there was awesome. No Wi-Fi at the airport. Man,
no Wi-Fi there.
Kotoka International. Soon you get down in Accra, you got Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi.
Costa, when?
Let me tell you the last one before we go. We were, as we're leaving the airport, our flight, they said, oh, the last flight, we're coming close the airport. They were about to close the airport. The airport, they coming close, they're in a store. Tell them that store. They coming close the airport. We are supposed to be an international airport. That airport is not supposed to close its doors because guess what? Any plane could be within vicinity of our airspace could be in distress and may need to land at our airport. And they're talking about we coming close the airport that a last plane. My man, we got down, we took off. When we got to Accra, every time I land in Accra at night, I just cry, especially when I sit at the window. Hey, I'm looking at us landing in Accra. We enter Accra airspace. They announced it 30 minutes before the plane landed. Amen. With the plane flying at a ground speed of 500 miles per hour, and we are over Accra airspace for 30 minutes, and I just see lights and lights and lights and lights and lights and lights for 30 minutes straight. Begin the plane flying at 530 miles per hour is the ground speed the plane is flying at. And for 30 minutes, we over Accra. I just say light. I said, Nangala, Jesus Christ and Nazareth. Lord, Liberia is a useless country. When I'm talking, look, Liberia is a useless country. We're not supposed to be called country. Boakai, we touched down at Kotoka International. You born. And why our airport was closing? Why our airport was closing? We landed at Kotoka International. You bought Terminal 3. Begin, I just see the plane is just sitting out there. Hey man, only one pitiful plane was leaving Liberia and they were closing our own. 2 hours later, or 1 hour, 40 minutes later, we landing at Kotoka. I see the plane is just sitting there. KLM and Delta and Brussels, and they want. I say, hey God, where did we just come from again? We just came from a country, or we came from a what? We came from a cave. Boakai, there is nothing to be proud about to be a Liberian citizen. Never be proud of being a Liberian citizen. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We are a disgrace. That is what we are. We landed at Accra. Begin, we got down from the thing. See the human being. Boku people. Transfer passenger, because we were flying from Accra to Amsterdam. See human being. Liberia on the airport, you can just look at the point in the terminal, oh, that 20 people are 30. The plane, half empty plane. How many people fly? So poor people, they will be more. Amanda, I wait to. Amanda, I wait to. That all we do. Amanda, I wait to. Amanda, I wait to. Muya. So you see people in the country. Look, we are a disgrace. We are a disgrace. We are a disgrace. We are a despicable caricature of a country. That is what we are. Look, it is sad. It breaks my heart. And we got down as we're entering Kotoka, as we're entering the terminal. I said, there were 2 other guys sitting there, one Liberian, one Ghanaian, I think. And I said, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed when I see Ghana. And the other guy said, it would take a radical progressive to change Liberia. And I tapped the guy on the shoulder, Boakai, when the guy said it. The guy said it would take a radical progressive to change Liberia. I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, my brother, you got it right. Tap the guy on the shoulder. Boakai, my heart breaks. We enter Terminal 3, Kotoka International. The AC say, get me here, it blowing us. The elevator working. The internet sharp, the speed not phone. I said, hey God, why Liberia? Why my country? So stupid people you can vote for. People who stupid like all shoe. And the kind of people you can make president and you can make senator. Oh, Nanga, Boakai, I come to you, Mame.
Yeah, my experience at the Kotoka Airport, Costa, that was my first trip out of the country. So I was thinking, when I get down at the airport, what next? Because during that time, we were having the COVID stuff all in the country, even all across Africa and the world. So when I got down to the airport, the first thing, I turned my phone on. I said, how will I get, I said, how will I get SIM card to put my phone on to reach out to the person that will pick me up from the airport? So when I got down the airport, turned my phone on, I saw the Wi-Fi on my phone. I saw messages just pulling in. When I posted, I was leaving Liberia, I posted on Facebook. I saw the messages all on my phone. Safe travel, blah, blah, blah. I said, that's the Wi-Fi here. So when I connected, nobody touched my phone, nobody touched my luggage up until I reached to the place I was going, Costa. The Wi-Fi got my phone. I went, I did all my COVID stuff. I did my COVID testing, everything. All they can tell me when they say you translating, I say no, I coming to Accra. They can only direct me. They say follow this rule, do the days up until I went. I did whatsoever I could have done and then left. Costa, I went to the airport. The person that's supposed to pick me, or the person said no, we don't pick up people from the airport. All you can do, download it app, the boat app. Put in for there's the address that you're coming to. Just put the address on the to the place, and then the car will pick you up from the airport and bring you straight to where you coming. And that was just it. Nobody came for me at the airport. I went direct. So I put that in my phone, the direction. I went directly to where I was going, and I stopped to the apartment I was up until I could come back. Costa. As simple as that. Everything went smoothly. There was no headache, nothing. Nobody came to me to the airport to say, "Oh, my man, let me roll your luggage so you can give me something." Nothing. I did everything by myself, and that's just how it should be. Not Liberia. Even your over net belly poke want to it for you and carry you and bring it also for you, just for you to get them something.
Well, it's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. We're gonna go and take some calls there. So the airport people, they have provoked a response from Brussels Airline. The airport management RIA lied that they recently passed an audit by Brussels Airlines. Brussels said it's a lie. You did not pass any audit that we conducted. You did not. Yeah, Brussels Airlines has issued a statement. It's in the newspaper. The RIA management lied that Brussels Airlines conducted an audit which they passed. Brussels Airlines has issued a statement saying the airport management lied that there was no audit that they passed. It's in Front Page Africa newspaper. It is there. Why would the airport people lie that Brussels conducted an audit? An audit of their, when I say audit, we're not talking about financial audit. We're talking about audit of their infrastructure, audit of their operational capabilities, that kind of audit. That's kind of, enter Kubo. Only a leader like Jerry Rawlings can change Liberia. Only a leader like Jerry Rawlings, a leader like John McAfoley, a leader like Paul Kagame can change Liberia. No ordinary leader can change Liberia. I'm sorry. That is the truth of the matter. No ordinary leader, no mediocre leader can change Liberia. Rawlings, McAfoley, Paul Kagame, those are the types of leaders. Thomas Sankara, those are the only, that's the only type of leader that can change the country to make it work. Other than that, we're just trying our luck. All this thing we're doing, running around, we're going for election. No, we don't have a Rawlings running right now. We don't have a Sankara in the race. We don't. And that is the truth of the matter. Yes, that is the truth. Do not even think that we don't have a Rawlings or a Sankara type leader or a McAfoley type leader or a Paul Kagame type leader running. We do not. We do not. I'm sorry. This is the truth of the matter. You gotta face the fact. Yes. Do I support a candidate for president? Do I believe him to be a good man? Yes. But there's no Rawlings in the race. There is no Sankara. There's no Rawlings. There's no Kagame. There's no Lee Kuan Yew. So right now, all we're trying to do is a rescue mission. Like JMD says, it's a rescue mission, right, Boakai? We rescue the country. We stabilize the country. That's all we can do. But there's no Rawlings, there's no Sankara, there's no McAfoley, there's none. First of all, there is none. I'm sorry. That is the truth of the matter. And some of you be like, oh, but what about your candidate? No, my candidate is not Jerry Rawlings. My candidate is not Thomas Sankara. My candidate is not. This is the truth of the matter. Some of you want people to lie to you about their candidate. No, I will not lie to you. My candidate is not Jerry Rawlings. Jerry Rawlings? You gotta be joking. Let's go take some calls. Joe Boakai is the leader of this rescue operation. We will rescue this country and we'll stabilize it. And hopefully we can pass it on to a Rawlings. You understand, Boakai? Hopefully Boakai can pass it on to a Rawlings or to a Thomas Sankara or to a Paul Kagame. But Boakai is the rescuer. Boakai is the one who comes and rescues the country. He stabilizes it. Boakai is like you know the point in the ambulance, Boakai? The ambulance operators. You know them? They come for you. When the ambulance picks you up, what do the people do there? The people in the ambulance perform CPR to stabilize you. Why they take you to the what? To the hospital. Boakai is the guy in the ambulance. The country is dying. Joseph Boakai will take over the country. He will stabilize the country, and hopefully he will turn it over to a Rawlings if we have a Rawlings waiting somewhere. Hopefully. The paramedics. Thank you, my brother. Sam Sargisi. You are right. The paramedics. That's what the paramedics. Joe Boakai is the chief paramedic. He will take the country. He will stabilize it. But there's no Rawlings. Don't let nobody fool you. Rawlings Do you know what Rawlings did? Do you know what Sankara did? We ain't got no Rawlings. We ain't got no Kagame. We ain't got nobody like that. Joe Boakai is a chief paramedic of the Republic of Liberia. He will take the country. While the country in the ambulance going to the hospital, Joe Boakai will stabilize the country. He will stabilize the country. Hopefully, by God's grace, if it is Allah's plan for us, if it is the Almighty Allah's plan for us, then the Rawlings will come along. That is my view. And you cannot change my view. This is how I believe. My candidate is not Rawlings. First of all, Rawlings was very young. Hello, Boakai? Rawlings was what? Rawlings was young. Thomas Sankara was in his 30s. Sankara was 33 years old when he became head of state of Burkina. It was called Upper Volta. He changed it to what? Burkina Faso. Kagame was also very young. You know, Lee Kuan Yew also young. So all the progressive, radical, reformist leaders, transformational leaders were very, very dynamic. But Joe Boakai is the chief paramedic. He will stabilize this ailing country called Liberia whilst it's in the ambulance, and he will take it to the hospital and he will deliver it to the hospital. Now, another thing is, all these other leaders who did so well, they were in power for much longer. Unfortunately, Boakai will not be in power for much. He will not be in power for two terms. Boakai will resuscitate the country. He will put it on life support. He will take all his maps. He will stabilize it. Boakai will attract. He will have to restore the country's image abroad. Boakai, listen, restore Liberia's image abroad. He will do that. He will help restore credibility. He will bring back stability, dignity. Boakai will do all of those things. But in terms of the radical, progressive transformation of the country, no, he will not have the time nor the energy to do that. To do that part. But what he will do is quintessential. Thank you, Vivian Duduado. Celeste Kama. Go watch that movie. A United Kingdom. Go watch that movie. Celeste Kama was the founding father of Botswana, one of Africa's best countries, one of the most prosperous countries in Africa. Celeste Kama. Go follow the story of Celeste Kama of Burkina, of Botswana. We need a Botswana. Even Celeste Kama was very young. These guys were in their 30s and their early 40s. They were in their 30s and their early 40s. They were progressive. They were, oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, man. I know the type of leader. Liberia needs somebody that will keep people, but a selfless leader who's compassionate, who has bold, radical vision, who thinks outside the box. That is a sort of leader that will break this country free from the shackles of poverty and backwardness and unleash our full potential to become that which we can be and we must be. That is the kind of leader. You can also call Joe Boakai the John the Baptist. You know, when people saw John the Baptist, they said, John the Baptist, you are the Messiah. He said, no, I am not the Messiah. I have only come to pave the way for the Messiah. Joe Boakai is the John the Baptist. Let's go to the lines and take some calls. Joe Boakai's work is very important. He will stabilize the country. He will restore dignity and civility and sanity in the government system and respectability among the competent nations. That is Joe Boakai's work, and it's extremely important. The CPR, if the medics do not perform CPR on the patient en route to the hospital, what happens to the patient in the ambulance? Boakai?
They die.
The patient dies.
Mm-hmm.
Liberia is in the ambulance now. Chief paramedic Joseph Boakai is administering CPR. Experienced. This is the most experienced paramedic we have. It's not common.
Yeah.
Joseph Boakai is the most experienced paramedic in the ambulance. The ambulance is headed to the hospital. And Chief Paramedic Joseph Boakai, with decades and decades of experience, is performing CPR to ensure that the patient, i.e., the Republic of Liberia, does not pass, does not die, does not give up the ghost while the patient is en route to the hospital. Let's go take some calls.
Okay, folks. 0770 102 102.
Where does this boy get these things from? I mean, they just come to me naturally. Like John Milton said of Shakespeare in that beautiful poem. He said, with deep impression, with deep impression, those Delphic lines stole. This boy. Let's go take some calls. Let's go take some calls.
All right, 0770102-102-86, 0103835 102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624-171. Let's take this caller. Sakachipo, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, right. BK Camara, good morning. 286. Good morning, BK.
Morning.
Yes, our leader, good morning, all the way there in the US.
Morning to you, my dear brother. Morning.
Yeah, thank you, sir. For the public, I'm the religious advisor to the Costa Show, and I'm Tinika calling from Banasville this morning. You know, Pedro, when you sit on your platform, you discuss sometimes you won't get best with people, and I'm going to pull out my mind this morning. You know, we ran beyond the issue on Nyobli and Musa Blade and the London when it is raised. I mean, it looks like the face is in something that's not well not taken care of, so it smells. And when it smells, who causes it not to try to smell? We'll call names. Having said that, when this issue came about, we always say it. I think you were one of those. The best way to have prevented Musa Blade from having relevance in this country is, Mama, you stop the man from going there as a party chairman. Some people say, no, my man, if I put a man there, you'll give me money today. So they took the money. Money went there, we know. You're talking about SUB that are being bought. And the CDC government, Costa, you are fully aware. There are things you know that you will not say. They are very much calculative and they are strategic planners. They have looked at the justice system that this coming election, there will be a lot of cases within the Supreme Court. So they have given them what they are giving them through Musa Blade. And now it's Musa Blade own money. Now, let me say this, our hero, help us. A lady called me, the Oma is in her 70s. Very smart Oma. She said to me, Nyobli, she spoke to Nyobli about the Liberty Party. If you Nyobli your phone an independent Liberty Party, that's the way out. And Nyobli is still there. She don't listen to people that Oma to got no problem. I will say it as it is. Okay. Your phone an independent Liberty Party, that's the way out. Don't hope on Supreme Court. If you do it, let me say this to you. JB should find a way out. Joseph Onyema Boakai himself has his own number. And Nyobli has some motive or which you don't want to form an independent Liberty Party. I think that's what they're heading to. They are playing a lot of games with us. He said, you cannot win the case. Thank you for affording me the time.
Thank you so much, Shekachipo, for calling in. Now take Pavali. Pavali, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, how are you, Boakai?
I'm okay.
Thank you for the show this morning. Thanks to Aaron Costa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that project had a assurance that we carry GMB. GMB is the alternative for 2023 that we in now. It will miss GMB. They're sorry for this country. They're going to root this country and we'll go back to zero. I'm telling you this. So we pray God that God will tell people that we all will vote for GMB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Valley. Let's take somebody from this angle here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Boakai.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Martin. I'm calling from the ground of the capital.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say morning to you this morning. I want to Costa. I want to say good morning to the P11 people of the Republic of Liberia. You made a statement that is statement for me. I agree with you for that one. To get Liberia, the country is useless. The country, for me, I'm not saying the country is useless, but we that live in the country, our attitude is useless. But the country gave for everything, all the resources, but get the resources, how to put it in use, we don't got it out there to put it in use, so the people in the country, we useless. So like, thank you for the show. The other part of the momentum, to change the country small. Leave without the Thomas Sakara according to you. Well, let me say the business of the country. Thank you. That God bless and thank you, Costa, the Costa Show.
Thank you so much.
My brother, you are right, yeah? That not the country that the land and the water that they see, but that we the people get the problem. We the people. That's true. You tell Liberian from that country, you bring different people from different countries, they will come and say that we don't want to get a problem, brother. That's true. We got the resources, we got everything. My brother, you are right. That's the point I meant to make. When I said the people, when I said the country useless, they're not the country, they're not the land, they're not the ocean, they're not the tree useless. We the people are the ones who are useless. Now we the ones. That is true. Because you got everything, brother. Why are you so backward? with everything that you have. Let's take some more calls, brother.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother, and good morning to the leader.
Welcome.
I'm one of the Kemoka first time caller calling for this reporting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kemoka.
Let me just thank you. I don't know. I want to say something that was not part of the discussion. I want to say something that relates to the pastor yesterday from the that the house of Philip. That said he had been a president. Joseph Boakai will not become president for this country. And that pastor also.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry. That pastor, I may come and be. He come and waste our time. Oh, my brother. 0770-102-102-86 010383555 102 is the WhatsApp number. You can call and be live on the Costa Show this morning. You know, everybody have that view, most especially as we go about approaching the 2023 elections. There will be a lot of people coming up, like Costa said it last time. People that you don't even say expect to resign from your party to join other political party. All of these things will happen. So expect lots of things to happen from now to October 10. You understand? Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai.
Welcome.
Boakai, this is Raymond Sir. Charlie, I joined you from Broy and Johnson this morning, Boakai.
Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
Boakai, for most of our country, our leader, Federal Costa, good morning, sir. For
Morning,
most of our
brother.
I am a taxi driver. I am a taxi driver. My brother, ask majority of the people you ask, even when you just talk with the South, just say, yeah, they should well, okay, 2023, the person will not pay you. If you just say, stick on now, who you want to wear and JMB, they will take to wear stick on you, for the job. Just try to solve it and do it for a week and see. People say that, even when they say, oh, NSA job and Joseph Boakai, for that and hand that, even when he be on a sick day, election day, they prepare for Joseph Boakai and for job we are. Because the livelihood of the people is that easy. If you just eat in Liberia per day, you are a chief. Eating in Liberia, they get full of cheap per day, they have become achievement. All of the say. So I like to wait to where to any starting in Poe, brother. Boakai like be safe on a sick day. You'll be there when they pronounce him and then you win, then you encourage you to wake up. But now Brent Poe, they say that JM be the one. Trust me. I thank you, brother.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's that. That's true. That the people want Boakai, my man. That JM be the one. That, my man, let's take some more calls there, Boakai. Let the people talk.
What he say go, he not say go like many one.
The people have decided. And I say, so we are not no go, you know, go, your main president.
Your main president. Hello, take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, but anywhere joining us from?
David,
welcome. Go ahead and make a contribution, my brother.
Yeah, what you are saying is true. But then what I want for us to do, because all of us, we are the Boakai followers. So we want us to come together so we can push it forward. And I thank you for coming. And God will give it and let He do it, like bring people job that He's doing. So I thank you for what He's doing for us.
All right.
And thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Now take somebody from the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Boakai. Good morning, Henry. I'm R.L. Bangura for the Minnesota.
Go ahead.
I have 2 points this morning. The first point has to do with the last caller I just called for the livelihood. Liberians have lost whatever they call livelihood because the masses are suffering. People can't find food to eat. Even you take slippers, you leave it outside. You won't need it any longer because someone might have taken our slippers to carry to the grocery store and get something to eat. The order of the day is only food. Liberia past that. All we need to do is to focus and see how best we can change what we change for ourselves. We Liberians can do it only for ourselves. Nobody can do it for us. So the few level-headed people we have now, we need to put our heads together and see how best we can change Liberia. That's one. My last point. You know, in this world, this self-seeking thing that was spoiling Liberia. Because I feel when I'm my sister is affiliating with a minister or somebody somewhere getting something from government, I won't speak you to power in the face of the person because I feel they pay my sister rent or maybe they're taking care of me. That's self-seeking. That's why killing Liberia. Because if I can stay in the face of my sister and my sister's boyfriend and say the truth, that's it. But because somebody pays you don't even care whether your nurse don't never got food to eat. You saw what that pastor did? I'm not going to give it credence. I don't want to say something before my last word before I leave. You know, this self-seeking, you can be a pastor and come and just say what you want to say. When I watch that thing, I shed tears. Because you can be mad at God and just come and just say what you want to say. Because someone promised you car in the car, and then they bring the car to deliver the car to you, and now you're complaining. They say, what are you going to do with Joseph Boakai?
Yeah. But my brother, don't waste your time on that. Don't waste your time on that, man. He was part of those that anointed Thomas Fala and said that Thomas Fala was going to win the election, and Thomas Fala lost.
Exactly.
So why waste your time on such a man?
You're not no real pastor. Man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let me say this to you. There's a chaplain from the Senate who said Boakai will not be president because Boakai stingy.
Yeah.
What you want Boakai to do for him?
Probably Boakai should get him money.
Yeah, but when the man said Boakai stingy, you know what he's trying to say? That money you want. So that how you know whether somebody a good president or not good president? When or whether somebody can win or not win. Who are you? Are you God? You foolish man talking about Boakai will not be president because Boakai stingy. You call yourself man of God. You are the chaplain of the Senate, and that's what you see. Because the man stingy, I will not be president. And the same stupid mentality you people got in the country that are poor in the message. So if somebody kind of be sharing money around, I mean the person that presidential material, that what makes somebody good to be president because they can give you money. Which presidential candidate got money to give all the citizens in the country back? Who get that kind of money?
Nobody.
Fully man call himself pastor.
Let's take this person here. Okay, we just messed up on our caller. 0770 102 102.
Because you're just stupid. I saw that.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Pastor Mo, and I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to say good morning to our leader there, Henry Pepe Costa. I want to say welcome. You know, my concern had to do with our pastor from the Senate that spoke. You know, it is unfortunate that pastor will get on the pulpit and say such a word. But let it not be strange to many of us, because in the Bible, the scripture tells us that woe unto the man of God or the pastor who will look at or bad and call it good and call good evil. I just want all of us to know that is the time that we find ourselves in, where the pastors, many of them in Liberia, are driven by their belly. And I strongly believe he was told to say what he said, but we all serve God. And we know if God spoke to him or God didn't speak to him, because many of us are praying and we are behind the scene. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Boakai, on your wedding.
But God was preaching the man. The man said the reason Boakai can be president because Boakai stingy. Now, that one God told him? How could that possibly come from God? So God told him, say, Boakai will not win the election because Boakai stingy. That's what God told him. Boakai, let's take more calls here. Let's take more calls there. And you know, you call yourself a man of God and you speak in such a reckless and stupid manner.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Boakai. This is Eden Sendwave, seeking female Costa calling you from Clay Street.
Female Costa, welcome.
Yeah, Boakai. The man I had dream, the wedding I had dream about Joseph Boakai. I also had a dream about him last night. And the dream I had about him, Chaba, Papa Chima announcing that they should give him Jimmy because the car is coming down into. Wow, I'm very strong.
So watching another they should get his car after he told the people about the dream.
No, he said, "Man, you car, so he might refuse the car because that's a dream I had of him. If he don't refuse it, he died right in my car."
Real female Costa.
Female Costa, a really female Costa. My God.
Explain to the Capitol building that the former past president is stingy, so you not become president. So Papa Chimo say they should help the man with a brand new car. So female Costa say, yeah. So female Costa say when a man take another thing, car you dying.
Let's take the cause there. Female Costa, with it.
Let's take this person. Good
morning. Good morning, brother.
Welcome. You're where joining us from?
I'm still at the solid boss calling from the Oro. Good morning, Costa.
Tim, good morning, my brother.
Yeah, let me say like something here. Oh, is not our problem. I still have a problem.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a problem here. But Joe, we are coming here. This stealing all our money and pouring property. Have a problem. We're putting there. Yeah, for us, I will ever tell you, oh, you're the opposition. We the Liberian voter. We are the opposition. We are going to go to the pool. We are the opposition. 14 countries voted for look at our countries. So no matter what you do, we are up in the middle of our mind. We are the force soldier. We are Team Boakai. We'll go for every village to village. The 17th district in Montserrat will tell everybody the way forward now is just an Boakai. Thank God you're telling us saying it's stolen money in 1968. You're telling us saying paying for 40 years in stolen money, but you're telling us saying, oh, is not our problem, yes? It is our problem. When we are still, every time we get in power, we still will build our life. We are the problem. We the Liberian voter. We are the opposition. So no matter what you do, we will go from village to village, town to town. You don't do nothing here. You start going to be us here. For 2023, Joseph Nyimel Boakai is the face of the country, and we tell our people if you want to protect the future of our children, let us vote Boakai. Because tomorrow we shouldn't vote and complain, and our people in America all day they say they're doing cartoon and they're feeling us here. Thank you so much, Costa, and we are on the field right now, on the road. We are going every ghetto. We telling our people we are the way forward. And we are dealing with more young people. So can you imagine the old road we are dealing with Boakai. So what more than the situation will tell us say we go vote so just let them finish. You know, all your left hand you pay on one time person. So we replace him with Boakai. Thank you so much, Costa, and we get your back. We're supporting Boakai with everything. Thank you. God bless Liberia.
Thank you so much, Sonny Smith. You know, when I see people talking about another person being sick, who in Liberia not sick? Even I who sit here right now talking like this, I'm sick. I'm not free from malaria. I'm not free from typhoid. Nobody in the country.
Malaria just living inside. When you're ready, again, just knock the door small. You gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah, everybody in the country is sick. Everybody. Young women, let people listen. Let's take this.
So you're working suck the liquor that you see that man looking healthy to you. They make God be that he just 56 years old. God be that. Yeah, that means
congratulations.
Good morning.
And, also, good morning to good morning, Boakai. Good morning, Costa. I just want to say something. Now I see politicians all over the country that are trying to recondition roles. My concern is, should politicians from Liberia wait for election time to come before they know that people need better roads? Should we also wait to see that when election is coming, that we know that people need to drink safe drinking water? They need to have safe drinking water. People need to have food or need to have medical. This is just the deception of so many politicians that we see around our place. And for me, these are not good things that we should follow as an example. We should do them, even in terms of waiting for election or not election. We should know that people need better roads. We should know that people need to eat. We should know that people need good medical facilities. But when people start waiting for elections to come and use it as a means of getting them into office, I see like an embarrassing something. And the next thing I think Costa people talked about the other day was this Lima Bowie to mention Boakai or medical something. This is so disgraceful to see somebody who won the Nobel Peace Prize to have come and talking about somebody's medical report. Medical report, should not be made public for anybody for that matter. I said if it's being given, somebody giving the permission to be given to the public, but you cannot come and talk about somebody's medical report when you yourself we don't even know about your medical report. Some people feel that when they are working and they are healthy, so because of old age, they think that the old people can die. Death is not a respecter of any age. Mm-hmm. Anybody can die at any time.
It's true.
Thank you so much, and God bless
you. Thank you.
But the young people dying, there's more than the old people. Let's take some more calls here, Boakai.
I'll take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai. How are you?
I'm okay. Your name is Johnny was from?
Yeah, my name is Double Coley. I'm calling from Australia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I think I just want to buttress the previous caller who said old age is not our problem, but stealing is the major problem in the country.
It's true.
If we cannot criticize and deal with the people who are stealing our money, then we are the problem. And let me say this to what's his name? The chairman, what's his name? The Liberty Party chairman, Musability. He's the only man that I've seen in the opposition who criticized the opposition party, but never criticized the ruling party. The ruling party.
That's true.
And I'm trying to understand: is it more opposition to the opposition than the ruling party? The ruling party is the one that's destroying the country at this moment, and that's what I attempt to understand. What Costa always says, that he is working with these people, because when it comes to the Unity Party, he can go deep and beyond to criticize them. But when it comes to the ruling party, you'll never see the man say anything negative about the ruling party. You always try to dodge every question regarding criticizing the ruling party. So thank you for all the time today.
That's true, my brother. You are so right. Musa Belede never says anything about the CDC. Never. Let's take some more calls. We've got 10 minutes to go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name is Johnny was from?
My name is Lai Kruma, and I'm calling you from New Jersey.
Go ahead, Mr. Kruma.
How you coming?
I'm okay. Go ahead. You are live. Okay. Like you're not ready yet. 0770-102-102. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Boakai. Good morning to Mr. Costa. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back. My name is Vamuya. Welcome back to the state, Costa. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
I'm ready to elect you as Maserati Senator. So I just want to talk about the lady Nema Boy, very respected lady. Like yesterday, there's the show. I think the Liberians, we don't like praises. When you praise Liberian people too much that they are educated, I think sometimes they'll go out of their mind. Like, for example, they always fall in the chicken people. You, as a very respected lady that the world recognize, you got Omer Joseph Bagana, even of your age. For political reason, you coming out in the air and saying something like politicians. People not even counting to be a president. Like you were saying yesterday, I think she got sad. I think that's what we should be believing. So, my suggestion, I think we the Liberians, I don't know what we did to the Almighty. Something wrong. For educated people to be behaving like that all the time, I think we just have to get together, whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, for us to make a big festival, for us to come together and pray, go to our knee, to talk to the Almighty, those that serve one God, to talk to Almighty to redeem our country for us. The demons are too much. And when I say demons, these corrupt people, they are the demons. They just recruiting every day. They are the vampires now in the country. They are recruiting a lot of criminals on us. It's too much. It's too much. One man cannot fight a battle. I always say, Costa is the one that can even speak up for Liberian people. Tell me how many Liberian people like the local contact can talk. If you got 2 or 3 Liberian can talk that are full, to will see something. But nobody.
All right.
So that tells you how much convention people are telling out they cannot talk. Thank you, man, Boakai.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Let's take some more calls then. Very good points. Very good points, my brother. Thank you so much.
Okay, we getting report of a protest on the University of Liberia campus. So all of these things happening when lack of support. The teachers are not getting paid on time. The instructors are not getting paid on time. They're not having no good equipment there at the University of Liberia, and the students can go for classes on time. So all of these things are happening. A lawmaker that should be representing her people, advocating for them to get a good facility at the University of Liberia is there bidding her own thing. The money that he should be helping the university
and the university right in here district, in here county.
Yeah, in here county, he's there bidding his own university. What do you expect from such a man? Do you expect him to pay attention to the public university? No.
The man pay their own college.
They may pay your own college. So we still taking your course.
I like the post that he made with the pictures. He posted a video and pictures of his college. He says it's nearing completion. You should read the comments.
The comments, Costa.
You were attacking him on your own thing. Isn't it supposed to be you build something for you say use our money to build it for you said and you'll be acting like you did it for Monserrato? I mean, Sajida is just an idiot, an unsophisticated idiot at that. Yeah. You took our money, you built a college for yourself, and then you parade it as though you did it for us. When we all know that it is in your name, it is for you. You didn't build it for the people of Monserrato, you built it for yourself. You'll be charging people. The same way Kissy brother where he said, Thomas Panga Fala. Guy, pay how you pay your own. Let's take calls there. We'll close up soon. You know, these people like Sir Joseph, and all can come to the government and get rich. You know, Sir Joseph, this guy is one of the most. I mean, in the animal kingdom, people like Sir Joseph, their limited level can all come and get rich from us. Boakai, how can Mele Sir Joseph get rich from government and all? If we see Mele Sir Joseph can come to government and get rich, there's something really wrong with the system. Because when you look at how PC Sir Joseph is, if he's able to navigate his way and get rich from government, then I mean it's really easy to get rich in government. Because you don't even need to be smart or sophisticated. Even a junk, an empty-headed junk, like Sir Joseph, can get rich from government. I mean, we have a problem. Because I mean, at least they should make it hard, small, say, but it's too easy. Because it's so easy to the level that Sir Joseph, with his extremely limited level of intellectual sophistication, can become rich. Can build colleges. And I two, really? And I two or I one. The colleges. Is it one or two?
Two.
Then he got buses. Then he got ArcelorMittal. You know what Malabon made from ArcelorMittal? Huh? I mean, it's sad. It's sad that a Sir Joseph can get rich from government. Talk it. So you don't even need some. I mean, you know, other systems. It's hard to steal from those systems, right? So you got to be really smart and sophisticated to know how to navigate your way to steal. But like very easy, because if people plan to, if Baple, let's say Joseph, Pojo can steal from government to get rich. Let's take some calls. It is sad. It is extremely sad. People are going to colleges.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Boakai. This is Billy Lemay.
Boakai,
this country, I don't know what we're heading to. In fact, the LECT that they've been living there, thank God that yesterday, Costa Show, all that thing. I went to buy the token. Instead of $5 paying 16 kilo, $5 giving now 8 kilo. So if they spend $10 to buy covering, that $5 covering, they will take it. America posting that this time around they're going to be no distribution of covering. But now they are telling us that they will be giving covering by portion. Last night cover was that. Today, point is that as we came to work, so that means we not work. And then they are stealing from us. Instead of requiring the giving us 15 kilo, they are calling down to 8.6 kilo. It is bad. I think they should start this thing in Liberian on the sense they are watching. This thing that they are seeing anything that someone to it can be clear. That's what we in now. And then they see all type of things in this country here. Oh, this one will happen. Now they're going around Boakai say, Boakai quick on work for bill, Boakai wow, that he will want. Just I just say sanction, no sanction money. That's how we will say anything that happens to Boakai by the grace of God and nothing will happen. That woman is well. You say the men are nothing, but today you're crying on your knee. Saying like, oh, people unity party selling Boakai and the Boakai family, nobody. That woman being mama call and God will carry you through. You're part of rules with title. President, we are in war. Who forget the world? Please, to leave this government and let Liberia be delivered. Thank you.
All right. Let me tell you what I was doing a not so distant future by God's grace. We'll build one college right near San Joseph College. Better than his own. Way better. Way better than his own. And when he charging, if he charges $100 US per student per semester, we'll charge $75 per student per semester. We'll build it right near better than and charge less. So we can make one breakdown. That's how you, yeah. We'll build a college right near San Joseph. We'll charge 75% less and it will be better. Better instructional staff, better amenities, and charge 75%. I mean, we will charge 25% less. We'll get 25% discount. If he charges you $100 US per semester, we charge $75 US per semester. But he call it will break down. That's my plan.
Because I need you to clarify. I need you to clarify something from me, please.
Sure.
There have been these few posts on social media that Mr. Cummings visited JMB and even contributed or even made some a contribution toward his medical bill. I don't know how to, because you normally talk with the old man. And
JMB asked for 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Yes, go ahead. And we talk about,
and it's all on social media. It's also on social media that Mr. Cummings visited him and even gave some little thing for his medical bill. I don't know how true is that. I need, because a lot of people follow you.
Absolutely false and erroneous. In fact, if Cummings visited JMB, that Cummings said we're wrong here on Facebook. You know, Cummings can publish everything on Facebook. Cummings has not met JMB in I don't know how long. The two of them have not spoken in a long time. The last time Cummings people reached out to JMB, I will not tell you why they reached out, but I know why, because JMB told me why they reached out. Cummings tried calling JMB several times. JMB missed his calls, and then Eloshus to call JMB to say, "Oh, Mr. Cummings, your brother trying to call you," and I know that because JMB told me. They have not spoken. Cummings wanted to, I'm not going to say it, but anyway, it will make you laugh if I tell you. There are lots of things we know that we can't say, but that's what happens when you're privy to certain things. And when JMB confides in me, there's certain things he tells me that I cannot say. But it is not true. It is incorrect. Mr. Cummings has not been to see JMB. If Mr. Cummings went to see JMB, it would be public. We will let you know. But that is not true. And Braga, I'm not going to sit here to bash LS Cummings. I'm not going to say anything bad about Mr. Cummings. But Mr. Cummings has not been to see JMB. He has not even asked to see JMB. So it is not true. Yeah, I spoke with JMB last night. We had a long call. We spoke for over almost 7 minutes, and we're discussing his trip to the U.S., which will entail a lot of things. I would tell him the plans we've begun to make already, the arrangements that we're making to receive him. JMB is supposed to be coming to the States very, very soon, not in a matter of weeks, but in a matter of days. But we'll not tell you the exact date. We'll only let you know when JMB is already on American soil. So it is not true. That is the figment of the very sick, malicious imagination of absolute, irredeemable, incorrigible idiots. What you saw on social media. JMB went to ELW Hospital. The bill has been settled. It was nothing. JMB was the one that led the efforts to break grounds, to raise the funding, to construct that new ELW hospital. JMB did that. In fact, the groundbreaking ceremony, it was JMB that broke grounds. So JMB is like he's like one of the chief patrons of ELW Hospital. He's like somebody who helped to bring the hospital there. Even the land dispute they had, JMB was the one President Salih appointed to intervene in the ELW land dispute, and he resolved it. And JMB is the one who made several trips abroad and to help secure the funding for the construction of the new ELW hospital. He went to the hospital. The people were super nice, super nice. They treated him very, very well with the respect and deference that he deserves, not only as former vice president and a statesman, but as the man who helped to ensure that ELW hospital was constructed. So it is absolute idiot. It is absolutely idiotic for anyone to suggest that JMB Cummings went to see JMB and gave JMB money. You don't even know Joseph Boakai. Let me tell you something. And I will not call names, but I'll just say this. So JMB is running for president. As you all know, he said it to you publicly, he doesn't have money, right? This is what I'm going to tell you. Some of us who are very close to JMB, who go out there. And so how do we all do it? Mr. Cummings raises funds. Everybody raises funds, right? For their president, their political work. Sometimes I've had an experience where some people have offered to contribute funds to JMB's efforts. And JMB has said to me, Henry, we shouldn't take their money. Okay. I personally, this is not something I've ever said before. JMB has told me before, we shouldn't take money from that person. Can you imagine that? People offering money for like contributions. Like contributions. JMB has told me before, one particular occasion, Henry, we shouldn't take their money. God will provide. I said, well, Uncle Joe, I respect that. Yeah. And true to his word, God did provide in a particular case. So God is the one that has been carrying Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai does not have money. Joseph Boakai doesn't even know how to beg for money. You know, let me tell you something. One time I arranged a meeting with some people who wanted to help with JMB's political efforts. And they wanted to just speak with him to get, sometimes you go make the arrangement and they just want to talk to the person. And I said, all you got to do is to tell the people how much we want. And he said, Henry, I don't know how to do that. Can you do that? He doesn't know how to beg for money. He doesn't know how to. He's a very proud man. He's a very dignified man. Just the man. Look, the man even know how to do that. We got to go do it. I have to go tell the people, say, you know what, we need his money. But they needed to just hear from him. So the Joe Boakai man, y'all be talking about, someone y'all even know. So you think coming to Jago get out of Joe Boakai, oh, you have money here for your medical. You think you will just take it from him? You all right. You don't know Joseph Boakai.
After what Josh we had did to him previously, or in the news.
But listen now, when the government people say they offered to pay for Joe Boakai medical expenses, to come to America. First of all, who told you I said Joseph Boakai coming to America for medical? They were flying out. The first thing they wanted to do was to make it look like Joseph Boakai condition is so critical that he is being medically evacuated. That we are flying him out maybe on a stretcher. He laying out on a stretcher. That's the impression they wanted to create. That's the first nonsense that we spotted from a mile away. We spotted that nonsense. So that it looks like, oh, Joe Boakai's condition is so critical that he has to be flown out of the country. That lie. Joseph Boakai is home. He's chilling. I spoke to him last night for almost 7 minutes discussing his trip to the US. So when you people try to make it look like, to make it look like, so we told the CDC people, they did make the effort. They did reach out. It is true they reached out. They eventually reached out. But the time they said they had reached out, they had not really reached out. But then they reached out later on. Oh, we want to pay for the former vice president's medical trip to the US. But who told you say he's going for a medical? Listen now. If the man, former vice president, if we believe that there's a need for the man to be flown out of the country for medical reasons, and we don't want to tell you now.
Yeah.
You can't say you won't pay for it. So you can go say, oh, we flew the man out of the country for medical reasons to make it seem like the man is so sick, he lay down on his stretcher. That's not true. We told them, we don't want your money. Because even though it is not their personal money that they will be giving, but they will still make it look like it is their personal favor. They're doing a personal favor. So we said, no, we don't want it. We were very clear with them. We were very clear. Then they went ahead and issued a statement. The Ministry of Information put out a statement. Yeah, the government of Liberia is very concerned about the health condition of Liberia. You lie. You are all wishing that the man is not able to run for president. That's what they're praying for. But somebody look at you, the man want you to die, and like, I really want you to live, man. I really praying for you to live. You know you want Boakai to be all right. You can't talk about you want lie, say you want the man to be all right. You lie. You lie. You lie. So let me tell you something. Even though we know it is Joe Boakai's entitlement, but sometimes you gotta refuse your own entitlement, my people. Because at the end of the day, they will make it look like, that it's a personal favor. You got to understand, folks, Joseph Boakai is former vice president. He's a statesman. He's entitled to it. But my people, why should we take it when he does not need it? Joseph Boakai does not need to be flown to any country for medical reasons. So why should we go take the money? Would they not be lying? Boakai, tell me now. Would they not be lying?
Yeah.
The man does not need to be flown out of the country. The man was not feeling well. He went to EAW hospital. He was not flown to some foreign country. He went to a local hospital that he helped to see built. That's where he went. And he got treated and he got discharged after a week. They wanted to keep him there to just monitor him and all that kind of stuff. Then you sit there and say, oh, JMB, we want to fly out of the country. Who told you we need to fly JMB out of the country? We do not need to fly JMB out of the country. So we don't need the money. If we go to the government and say, give us money to fly JMB out of the country, it would be a crooked thing that we will be doing. And we cannot do that. We cannot do that. Then at the end of the day, they want to score political points. Oh, yeah. The government, when Joe Boakai was sick to the point that they were flew him out. Yeah, right. We don't need it. We do not need to fly him out. So taking your money would be criminality. Taking money on a false pretenses. So we don't need the money. To be honest, we don't need the money. Joseph Boakai's trip to America was planned before his going to EAW hospital. It was planned. It was planned. Yesterday, the very day I came, the very next day, Brother Orlando Chino, where myself we met. We started planning. We started having some concrete. We called the other gentleman on the phone, Christian Dunbar. We had a great conversation. We've already identified the place JMB will be staying. Orlando, myself, and Christian, we've already identified the house he will be staying in. The last time JMB came, we got him a house to stay in. Some of you don't know, they said that JMB bought house in America. You know what house JMB was staying in? That house is about $400,000 US. Where JMB getting $400,000 US from to buy a house in America? It was an Airbnb. There's something called Airbnb. Airbnb is Boakai, Costa guy, a fine house. He's not staying inside the house for several months. He takes the house, he rents the house to somebody, or he takes the apartment and rents it to somebody to come and stay there. It's called Airbnb. So we decided we did not want to put him in a hotel because we wanted him to be comfortable and to feel at home. And we had a lot of people coming from all over the place to see him. So what did we do? We put him in a house. And then the same thing we're doing this time. He will be in a house. We found the house already. It's a nice home, nice, very nice home. Four bedrooms, four bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, very, very nice. 2 living rooms. One living room will be like the area where you have, serious meetings, and the other living room will be the general area where people can sit. It's a very nice house with a swimming pool and all. I mean, even though you don't need a swimming pool right now, like pool in America, like hell. But it's a very nice. So the committee is working. It's a whole committee. People are working to prepare to receive JMB. We're having the Airbnb. There's a fundraiser that Christian Dunbar is working on. We're going to collaborate with him so that our own people can go to the fundraiser too, because he's mostly attracting American crowd to come to the fundraiser to donate money to the Boakai Foundation. So we are working. So who told you say we need somebody to go say get our money for so? Yeah. No, but so we need to tell him because they said that Boakai bought a house. Boakai did not buy a house in America. He does not have a house in America. Boakai only get properties in Liberia. That house he got there, what is there to keep secret? It's not nothing confidential. Boakai's life is an open book. So we'll tell you. So Joseph Boakai, when I called Mr. Charles Snyder yesterday. So, good buddy of JMB, and he all the great pictures you see of JMB, he takes them. I told Mr. Snyder, I said, Mr. Snyder, because he's going to be coming on a trip. I said, Mr. Snyder, when he's getting on a plane, please, and Mr. Snyder is a great photographer. Please take his pictures and do a short video of him when he's getting on a plane. Okay, why do you think I asked Mr. Snyder to do that yesterday?
To many Liberian people know that he's okay and leaving the country for his he have some project to undertake in America.
Because as he is climbing into the plane, I told Mr. Snyder, take pictures of him climbing into the plane, so we can post those pictures. Also do a short video of him climbing into the plane, so that because anything JMB does, they can talk. They will find a way to say something, so that people can know that he was not taken out on a stretcher or in a wheelchair. As he's walking and climbing the stairs to climb into the plane, we'll post the pictures. That's what we're going to do. So what are you going to say? Oh, they flew the man out of the country on stretcher or in wheelchair. No, don't say we don't have to do all that. We have to do all that because there were lies that he had stroke. The man paralyzed, whole rest I died. There were such lies. When they saw him walking out of the hospital, then they changed the story. Oh, okay, they struck him paralyzed, whole left side. But look at his hand, look at his hand, all that kind of nonsense. So we will do this. But when they're not time, Major Clement Charles Snyder will just take pictures. This is what Charles Snyder does anyway all the time. He takes all those great pictures of JMB. He takes them. Charles Snyder is a great photographer. So that's what we'll do. Because we cannot afford for people to lie and deceive our people. They will go say, oh, they carry a man in ambulance. The ambulance carry a man to the airport, and they pull a man. We have to do it. My people, don't say we shouldn't do it. We have to do it. You see, because we don't want people to say, oh, the man not well, the man is well. Everything is fine with JMB. And JMB is the next president of Liberia. You go up, you come down. 9 months from now, Joseph Boakai will be declared president of Liberia. That's it there. Boakai? We'll come back tomorrow. Bye-bye, my people. Y'all take it. We'll take a picture. We'll post everything for you to see. So you can know that your diabolical plans or witches for him are nothing but lies. We'll do it. Nobody will tell, oh, we'll not do it.